Hello, and welcome to our instructional video on how to record audio production sound. We will be talking about mic types, how to set up your equipment for a session, different factors that will affect your recording, as well as some pro tips for getting the best sound on the set. First, we will be reviewing mic types. All microphones convert acoustical into electrical energy. This can be done a variety of different ways. The first microphones were made using carbon, but the quality of these microphones is not as high as newer types, so they are rarely seen in filmmaking today. Another type of microphone uses the vibration from ceramic in order to create electrical energy, but it can be difficult to obtain a wide frequency range, so ceramic is predominantly used for underwater mics. The most common mic types you will see in the recording field are electrical dynamics, also known as dynamic, and condenser, also called capacitor or electrostatic mics. Dynamic mics generate electrical energy by moving a conductor, such as copper, through a magnetic field, which allows them to generate their own electricity without an outside source. Dynamic mics tend to be rugged compared to other types of microphones, which can make it ideal for extreme field recordings. Condenser mics consist of a diaphragm, which acts as a plate of capacitor, and the vibrations change the distance between the plates. This method of converting capacitance variation to output voltage requires electronics to do the conversion, which means that the condenser mics require power. Condenser mics have a greater frequency response and transient response than dynamic mics, and are usually more sensitive and have a louder output. Polar patterns are also a factor in choosing which mic is best for your session. These patterns include omnidirectional, bidirectional, cardioid, hypercardioid, supercardioid, and interference tube, or shotgun. Omni mics are usually used when you want to pick up sound in all directions, as in the recording of an explosion. A bidirectional mic is often used for dialogue between two people, as it receives sound equally from the front and back of the element. The cardioid is the most common unidirectional microphone, is a heart or apple-shaped response pattern that are often used as vocal or speech microphones, since they are good at rejecting sounds from other directions, which helps them reduce feedback from monitors. The hypercardioid is similar to the cardioid, but with a tighter area of front sensitivity and a slight bit of rear sensitivity. The supercardioid is very similar to the hypercardioid, but with an even tighter front response and a little less rear pickup. The interference tube, also referred to as a shotgun, is most common on a film or TV set, as its directional pattern is highly directional and a narrow lobe in the forward direction with very small lobes in the sides and rear. A lavalier or lav mic is a small electret or dynamic mic used for TV, theater, or public speaking applications. They are often hidden in an article of clothing using a clip and are attached to a wireless transmitter that sends the signal using a radio frequency to a receiver that is connected to a recorder or mixer. If you are not using a dynamic mic or a microphone with an internal power source, you will likely need to use phantom power in order for it to function. This is done by using a mic preamplifier to apply a positive voltage to both balanced leads from the microphone and negative voltage to the shielded ground. Microphones that use phantom power usually have the letter P in their model number. Setting up for a recording. Make sure your mics and recorder are equipped with working batteries. If the microphone you are using requires phantom power, be sure to go to the recorder settings and enable phantom power, or you will not hear any sound. Also make sure that the settings for recording are properly set up on your recorder of choice. In professional film and TV, you will want to set it to 16-bit, 48Hz, mono, AIFF, or wave. Be sure to test the levels on your recorder before recording so that your audio will fall within the recorder's dynamic range. Be sure to securely fix the microphone to your boom pole or stand, as microphones can be delicate and may break if dropped. Also, wrap your XLR cable around the boom pole or stand after it has been connected in order to stay untangled and prevent the cord from accidentally being disconnected from the mic. Don't forget to fill out a cue sheet so that the sound editor will have a reference when deciding which audio recordings to use in the production. Be sure to add description of the sound that fits the slate for each file that you recorded and circle the best take for faster editing. If you are using a lavalier, be sure you have the correct clips and tape to fasten the mic to your actors before arriving on set. Also, Make sure that there are no competing frequencies that could interfere with the signal you're receiving from the transmitter connected to your mics. One major problem that can corrupt the quality of your sound recording is wind noise. This noise can be minimized by placing a simple foam windscreen over the microphone. A pop filter is also beneficial when recording a voice performer, such as in the recording of ADR, so that when the actor says a P or a T, it will not pop the microphone's diaphragm, causing loss in audio quality. Mic placement is also an incredibly important factor in the quality of your recording. Keep in mind the environment in which you are recording. If there is a busy street or construction going on in one direction, placing a microphone so that the least sensitive part of the mic is facing in that direction will minimize the amount of unwanted sound in your recording. Placing the mic closer to the subject will also decrease unwanted sounds, but will also increase the risk of distortion, especially in more sensitive mics. Wrapping XLR cables. In order to make an XLR easier to unwrap and to increase its longevity, you will want to learn how to properly wrap your XLR cables. You do this by starting to wrap it like any other cable with an overwrap, then follow that with an underwrap, alternating each time like a figure 8. Pro tips. Always remember to come prepared to the set. Bring plenty of batteries, at least one backup SD card, an SD card reader to transfer files if needed, and extra equipment in case your primary devices start having issues. You will not want the production to have to stop and wait for you to troubleshoot your equipment if it suddenly stops working. Thank you for watching our instructional video. We hope that the information we have provided will help you in the pursuit for high-quality audio production sound. Good luck!